Okay, good day everyone. So this is the sewing process for our Bustier mermaid dress. So I have my pattern right here. I've um I've shaped my pattern, and you can see this is my under bust line. This is the waistline. You can see the shaping I did. And as for the back, I have the darts and everything. So I'm doing a deep round neck at the back. And okay, so I have my deep round neck at the back. So, and as for the front, I need to create my neck as well. So all I need to do is to close this shoulder dart. Is to close this shoulder dart. And mark out the neck as well. So all you have to do is to know how much you have here. 2.2. So 2.2, marked it. But make sure you've checked the shoulder to make sure they are the same thing. So after that, we can do our neckline. So I'm thinking of doing a sweetheart neckline. So doing a sweetheart neckline, all I need to do is get the depth of the sweetheart first. Getting the depth. Then doing a curve with my curved row. Like that. So this I'm connecting it to the shoulder. Like that. Can you see my sweetheart? So I have my cup there. I still need to hold this dart well. Okay, so now I'm going to transfer this to my dart to my armhole. Like that. So I have it to my armhole. Now I can cut my corner. So now that I've done my neckline and I've done transferred my shoulder dart to underarm to armhole. So you can see I connected it right there. And as for my the lower part, you can see I already shaped to my goal point. This is my goal point. Goal point is where your flare starts, because since I'm doing a mermaid, you know mermaid has just two sides flare, and if you want it at the back, at this back center back as well, you can as well add it, but it's not necessarily compulsory or a must. The main thing is the side flare that you're adding. So as you can see, I extended the length to your full length, your desired length, so which I've done right here. So the next thing I'm going to do is to place this my pattern on another pattern to add my flare. So placing it on another paper, I need to set my goal point because my flare is starting from the goal point, so I have to set the goal point on the paper, and you should have the amount of fullness you want to add to the side in your mind. So as for me, I want it very full, and I'm going to add flare to the center back because I like that tail effect and everything. So I'm just going to do like 5 inches. You can do more, it depends on your fabric. So if you have enough fabric, you can do enough flare as you want. So to my center back, I added 5 inches. So what I need to do is just take my pattern, tape it on the extra paper like that. So I have it already. So all I need to do is to extend this line, the M line, out. So on this line I already have 5 inches that I'm adding to it. So I'm going to connect my gauge point. From my gauge point, I'm going to connect it there. Like that. Then to the other side, that's my side. Five inches as well. So I connect my gauge point to your straight ruler. Like that. So now there's one thing you need to know. To balance this sharp edge, you need to measure your length from the gauge point. My length from the gauge point is like 13.5. So I come to the side here and still measure same 13.5. That's it, to balance your length. So I've eliminated that sharp edge at the side. So all you need to do is just blend this. Blend it to the pen. Like that. So you have something like a curved this thing. So as for the back here, you do the same thing. So I did 14 because I wanted it a little bit lower. So you blend this one too. Like that. So you can see, now you can cut it out. Then I will now do for my front. So as for the front, I'm going to apply the same method. You know, my front is on fold, so my center front, that's why I aligned my center front to the edge of the extra paper. So I just have the excess at the side because the gauze is the gauze flare is added to the side. So all I need to do is just extend this side, and as you all know, I'm adding 5 inches to this side. So like that, then I connect it to the gauze point. like that. So I need to shape my front gore as well. So the length from 13.5, so I do the same 13.5 here and mark out the excess, you can see. So I blend it to my hem like that. So right now I can cut like that. So now, since I have my pattern ready, all you need to do is, if you want your gore to have a cut, and if you want your mermaid dress to have a cut on the waist, so you can just cut it on the waist, sew the upper part and everything, then bring them back together. So but as for me, I don't want it to have a cut at the waist, so I will just slash it open like that to this point, place it on fabric, cut all necessary things that we need, then sew it back. So I have something like this. I can just place this on my fabric, add 1 cm allowance, 1 cm allowance, add 1 cm allowance here, 1 cm allowance here. So that is that. And my back, I just hold my normal dart at the back. And if you still want it to have cut on the waist, you can as well go ahead and do that. So let's cut on fabric. So now that I've cut this out, then the next thing is your lining. So is it that you do a full lining? Is that you do a full lining which is going to be shorter to the length, like with 2 inches, or you do a facing? But me, I always prefer a full lining. But because I don't really have much fabric here, I'm going to do facing, but I will let my facing to stop on the waist. Okay, so right now, you know, I told you I'm not doing full lining because I don't have enough fabric. So I'm stopping my facing on the waist. I'm stopping my facing on the waist. So, but when you are doing yours, make sure you do a full lining. The full lining is what you do when you're doing yours. So all I need to do is just use tracing wheel to trace all these parts of the upper parts and trace all these parts of the back out so that I can cut. Okay, so now I've actually cut my facing. This is my facing and this is the facing for this one. So the next thing you need to do is iron SD on both your facing and the fabric. So when you're ironing SD on this fabric, please don't iron SD all the way down. No, you can stop on your waist. Iron SD to the waist. And if you want some thickness in your hip area, then you can iron SD to your hip area. That's it. Then you take it to the machine and sew. So right now I'm starting my sewing. So I have my back and the facing. So all I need to do is to hold my darts, then hold my darts first. So right now I'm done with the bodies. As you can see, I've joined it on the shoulder. So you can see the cup parts. I've sewn it, and always make sure you snipe to make the cup bust, the cup effect, for it to relax. Always notch anything that has curve, that is curved, always notch it. So this is the front and this is the back. So I'm going to use my facing. This is my facing right here. So I've joined my facing too on the shoulder. You can see. So I have my cup, I have my back. So the next thing I'm going to do now is to fix zip. On the back so that I can use my facing to turn the neck and the zip area. Mind you, are not turning the armpits, the armhole, because you are fixing sleeve on the armhole. So I'm going to use my facing to turn the neck right now. Okay, so right now I'm done with my dress. I've turned the neck with the facing. As you can see, I did sweethearts. So this is my sweethearts neckline right here, and you can see my armhole darts and the cup. You know, my own fabric does not have SD and everything and cup. So when you're doing your own, you have to put SD, iron SD and cup of your size inside. So do I have the space there? That is it. That's the space right here. So my neck and my side, the mermaid, you can see it. So I have my mermaid there. I'm turning it to the back. I closed it up because I didn't fix zip. So turning it to the back, you can see how the back looks like. So, and that's the goal for the back. This is it. So that is that for today's class. Then you fix your sleeve, your choice of sleeve. So I have my mermaid dress. I wish I can wear this on a mannequin right now. So I have my mermaid dress there. So see you next class.